While following some basic rules at work might be easy, understanding how to achieve effective work health and safety management is much more complex. This resource is designed to help you understand some key concepts in work health and safety by exploring some of these complexities. We will define important terms in our context, and by exploring the theories, we will try to explain why certain approaches are useful, while others lead to serious injuries for workers. So what is work health and safety management? In its simplest sense, work health and safety management is any action taken by a company to ensure a safe workplace. This means protecting the people, plant, and environment from harm. In simple terms, it can be considered the approaches, processes, tools and techniques used by business managers to keep their workers safe so that they can achieve their work. More technically, the World Health Organization describes it as all aspects of health and safety in the workplace and has a strong focus on primary prevention of hazards. But what then is health? Again, according to the World Health Organization, health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So the health in work health and safety is not just about preventing illness or injury, but potentially about encouraging workers to be well. Indeed, wellbeing promotion by business for workers is an emerging and growing area of work health and safety management. What then does safety mean in this work health and safety management context? The World Health Organization defines this as a state in which the risk of harm to persons or damage is limited to an acceptable level. They go on to then define risk as the likelihood and consequence of injury or harm occurring. This means that an employer is only expected to manage safety to an acceptable level of risk for injury or harm to occur to their workers. Of course, if you're the employee who's injured, it might be difficult to agree that your injury was acceptable. Already you can see that there are complex concepts and terms that we use every day in undertaking work health and safety management. While it is about safety in the workplace, even the idea of what a workplace means is changing and evolving over time. For example, think about people who work for one company, but who are subcontracted or visiting many different sites. People who service machinery, or perhaps even consultants. What about those who work a couple of days a week from home? So rather than specifically focusing on defining the workplace in work health and safety, today we tend to focus on the people responsible for health and safety management of workers. These people are known as PCBUs, persons conducting a business or undertaking. WorkCover New South Wales defines this as a person conducting a business or undertaking, PCBU, is a legal term under work health and safety laws for individuals, businesses, or organisations that are conducting business. A person who performs work for a PCBU is considered a worker. You can see that this definition removes the emphasis from specifically managing work sites towards thinking about worker health and safety wherever they are engaged in work. Under the work health and safety legislation in Australia, it is anyone who performs work for a PCBU is considered a worker. This means that not only are permanent and casual employees workers, but volunteers, contractors and subcontractors are also classified as workers. Also, some employers take their responsibilities one step further. They have really considered the World Health Organization's definition of health as being well, rather than being focused on avoiding injury or illness. These employers actively invest in their employees' well-being. Well-being may be considered work health and safety taken to the next level, where now the employer is not only protecting the health of their people in the workplace, but also outside of work. This may include healthy life initiatives, such as quit smoking programs, subsidised or fully funded gym memberships, and even activities such as education programs. The whole idea is that healthy employees are more productive and less prone to harm at work. So managers are often interested in wellbeing initiatives. Organisations that effectively manage work health and safety are focused on the prevention of hazards. So, what is a hazard? It's a source or situation with potential for harm. An organisation investing in wellbeing is simply higher up the prevention scale than a business that is just managing the basics of injury avoidance. But please note, no matter the work health and safety initiative, the one thing these initiatives always have in common is that they are focused on the health of workers. Even though we may discuss large workplace disasters that have impacted on the general public, the focus of our discussion will always be on the workers involved. As managers, we can only seek to influence the behaviours of ourselves and our workers, not the general public.